Welcome to Off the Ranch. This engine build is shaping up to be super awesome, but it's also shaping up to be super spendy. And I was kind of like, should I like hold back a little bit? And my friends over at Raycon were like, no, Matt, don't hold back. You deserve the best 12 valve the world has ever seen. And so they sponsored this episode. Raycon provides innovative earbud designs at prices that don't break the bank. Raycons are a summer necessity for me, and I think they would be for you if you'd give them a shot. For instance, it feels awesome outside, so I go outside and I run a lot. And I run with my Raycons, and Meredith does as well, and obviously we're different sizes, and they fit us both very well. They don't fall out, they're super comfortable. You're gonna go on a plane, you should take Raycons with you. I do every single plane I go on. Raycon earbuds are the best way to listen. Great sound, comfortable fit, noise isolating, long battery life, no dangling wires, and they give you 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, and a more compact design. And if you're not completely satisfied, Raycon has a 45-day free return policy. Raycon was co-founded by Ray J, and celebrities like Mike Tyson, Snoop Dogg, and Melissa Etheridge all love their Raycon earbuds. Click the link in the description below or go to buyraycon.com/offtheranch to get 15% off your order. Raycon earbuds start about half the price as other premium earbud brands, but they sound just as amazing as other top audio brands. And they offer their wireless earbuds in a range of fun colors and patterns with a variety of fit options and no dangling wires or stems. Thanks to Raycon for sponsoring this episode. Do you guys want to see the engine now? Welcome to Off the Ranch. We are here at Holden Bros Diesel. We had a little work done on the 5-time. The 4-wheel drive wasn't working. They fixed that up. But they also have our 12-valve Cummins from the CUDA build. And this is Steven Holden right here. What's up, dude?
What's up? How's it going?
Well, I was just saying you fixed this thing.
We did?
Easy?
Yeah.
Hard?
Well, nothing's really easy on it because it's all so big and heavy, but it's fixed, and so that's, I guess, what matters most.
That's all we need.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it was all lower stuff. The 4-wheel drive wasn't working, all this stuff, and I don't have anything that can lift it up in the air.
No.
I don't know how I'd ever work on it if it wasn't for you guys.
Yeah, well, surprisingly, it takes a bottle jack this big that'll pick the thing up.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't look right when you're underneath there, but you put a jack stand and hope for the best.
So we picked a 12-valve for the Cummins CUDA build because I didn't know anything about 12 valves, and I wanted to know about 12 valves, and so I was like, let's do it. And so we got a stock 1991 12-valve 5.9 liter Cummins, and I brought it here so these guys can like spruce it up a bit. So I guess, tell me what your plan is. Tell me what you got here, because a lot of these things are new.
Yes, yeah, a lot of it's
epic.
Yes, a lot of it's new.
12-valve Cummins don't come with all this billet stuff.
No, this is all the goodies.
This is Willie.
Here's Willie.
So
I'll let Willie explain the technical stuff. I'll get with the basic stuff. That's our friends at King Speed. They're the only guys that make aluminum oil pans. This whole chunk is like 1-inch billet that's been on machine.
That's sick.
It's got a super cool logo in it.
Look what it is.
It's King Speed.
This is Brandon. How y'all doing? I told him we were coming to see the old CUDA build, the engine coming together, and he was like, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm definitely in. All right, sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, yeah, this is a billet front cover. This piece on bolt allows us to run adjustable pump gear, so changing timing is way easier than the old school way. Cool tappet cover that was made. It's got some demo ranch action on it.
Check how custom we are.
Yeah, it was custom made by some friends of ours at Moonlight Diesel.
Appreciate you guys, y'all are awesome.
Billet freeze plugs, because this thing's gonna turn 5,000 RPM, and when the block flexes, it's gonna blow the stainless ones out, so this will allow it to not shoot coolant all over the...
So they just lock in place?
Yeah, they just bolt in with that little T-bolt,
Crazy.
and then they got an O-ring so that they can flex.
Sweet.
Willie, go ahead and pop their brain with the technical data.
So some of the other stuff that we got from some of the best vendors there are around. Starting fuel side, we got a pump here built by Seth Farrell. If you guys are ever doing anything 12 valve, anything mechanical, I don't care if it's your rotary pump or inline pump, A pump, P pump, what it is. This thing will do over 600 cc's of fuel, which is plenty for what we want to do.
And 5,000 RPM.
And 5,000 RPM all the way.
Is it really gonna run at 5,000 RPM?
It'll spin over 5, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Crazy.
yeah,
So we're
sound awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna push the limits of the block. That's literally what we're gonna do.
Yeah, buddy.
And this is all the right stuff to do it. So we've got a cylinder head here from the guys at Hamilton. We've been dealing with the Hamilton brothers forever. Great guys. There's a bunch of those guys actually, but Zach down there absolutely hooked us up on this deal. Their heads come as cast, flowing a whole lot better out of the box. These guys actually took a 12 valve head, pulled everything apart, kind of molded it up, made it how it was supposed to be. This head flows over 100 CFM over a factory casting, which is a lot.
Yeah, factory is what, 135 CFM?
Yeah, this is around like 235, I think. 240 is what they advertise.
Yes.
So exactly, we're able to fit a lot more air in there, which means less restriction, less boost, more CFM, more power. He hooked it up with the valve springs, the retainers, the whole bit. The same fan who hooked it up on the tappet cover, the guy actually does really good machine work. Thought it was cool that it had all 50 stars, you know, the right number of stripes and everything. He really liked Demo Ranch channel, so he actually reached out to us and said, hey, can I hook you guys up with this stuff? So he actually sent some really cool stuff. A lot of love from Matt and the channel on that deal.
We'll link in the description below. I appreciate that. That's awesome, man. Thank you.
Another little piece from Hamilton is their a camshaft. This really helps you to move air, just like any engine. It's an air pump, and the intake and the exhaust valves really control what's called your dynamic compression. So this cam allows you to make more cylinder pressure at low RPM, so that when we run higher static timing with this big injection pump, this will help us to move a little bit more air, put the heat in the manifold, in the turbo like we need to get this thing moving off the line, because we are going to run high timing. Minimum is low 20s. We've got an adjustable gear, that way once we get comfortable with it, we can start twisting the gear and moving the plate around and let this thing really put the fuel to it. These are a very little known company called MG Diesel out of Piola, Kansas. Mark Glenn, he's active military. We've been dealing with this guy for over 10 years. We reached out to him when we very first started our shop, had no money, kind of told him what we wanted to do, and every single set of 12 valve injectors we've ever sold has been built by these guys. We have made the most power with these injectors, won multiple 12 valve dyno shootouts. This has been a few years ago now. So we're running a 518 microblind sack nozzle injector. This is legitness for 12 valve
Spanish
stuff.
or what?
We are going to spend some high RPM, so we bought a couple things to try to keep this thing together. Keep in mind it is a stock 12 valve block, and we don't have a girdle in the bottom end. This isn't a common rail block that's sleeve. This is an old tractor motor that is fixing to breathe heavy.
So what if something does break, what do you think? What's your prediction
there? More than likely, typically on 12 valve stuff, they don't make any low end torque when you start making big power because the timing is so high. And this pump does not change timing. If it's at 20 degrees at idle, it's at 20 degrees at 5,000. There's a small amount of mechanical advance that happens, but it's almost negligible. Basically, if something was going to fail, I imagine it's going to be a head gasket from cylinder pressure probably. We could melt the edge of a piston off or blow it off.
That's the only thing, that's where I'm thinking.
We're gonna
melted piston. We're gonna drag a piston is what I think.
We drop the pistons out of the motor. We're not changing the bore size. We're not changing piston to bore. Not doing anything, not chamfered, nothing. These are stock pistons that this motor was built with. We're gonna pull the rings off. We're gonna set the ring gap a little bit looser.
So you're putting those pistons back in it?
Those pistons are going right back in it. We're gonna clean those up, file up the ring lands, take a look at all that stuff. Everything seems to be in good shape. 12 valves are tough. So with high RPM, high boost, a lot of things going on. There's a couple things that we've enlisted in this parts list to try to keep it together for as long as possible. So we're using a fluid damper. This thing is much heavier than the factory damper. This is a really good damper. ATI and fluid dampener are pretty much the only two companies that really compete for this kind of stuff. This helps to control harmonics and distortion in the lower end of the motor. Again, the guys at Hamilton, can't give these guys enough credit. We've dealt with these guys for so long, and everything that we've ever used from these guys has been top notch. So we're running their heavy duty pushrod set, and we're also running a common rail tappet. When we throw the cam in this thing, you can see how much more surface area you're gonna get with a common rail tappet, steel tappet, than you are with a factory 12 valve tappet. So this helps to disperse the load. You get less total PSI across the face of the tappet, much more stability on the valve train. And also, with their cams, all your lobes are always cut, and with this wide face, they always turn really nice. And these tappets just work really well. On the top end of the motor, since we're gonna be making a lot of boosts, we also are gonna utilize a head gasket from Hamilton. These boys are in Texas, they're local to us, sell awesome stuff. They're always coming up with new ideas to...
The front of their head has a Texas cast into it. So I mean,
Yeah,
it's pretty legit.
sick.
Yeah.
That's actually his grandfather's initials.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So the top end of the motor, we're gonna seal up with a firing gasket. And so a typical head gasket has a compression ring around the cylinder where all the pressure happens. This is a single wire that lays in the middle of this circle here, where you would typically have gasket material for your normal 12-valve job, your small block Chevy, whatever. And this is common in a lot of stuff. When you get high boost, high RPM, a lot of diesels run this, even gas guys do this stuff. This is about as good as it gets without cutting the block side as well. We're gonna try to leave a little bit of fail-safe. If it burns through this ring and blows the gasket before something comes apart.
On the bottom here is where it's
Sits right there.
machined out for the ring to sit. Yeah,
That is cool.
You can see that this bad boy flows because it has big, nasty valves in it.
Huge.
Much larger than factory. Very nice setup. It's really hard to beat this head out of the box. Bolt-on, mega top-end power improvement. So yeah, man, this is a really good combination of parts to make a nasty, mad tractor motor. And I think it's going to be so sick.
Sweet. Yeah, I do too. What's your ETA? When do we see it all back together?
So we're gonna file rings probably in the morning, and then we'll set pistons back in there. We have a set of rod bearings.
Yes.
Okay. Those are really hard to get right now. Rods
Yeah.
and mains, any parts. But we did source a set of bearings. That's good.
What did you say? Are we rattle canning this? Or
Yeah, that thing's gonna look solid.
Yeah, we're gonna get this guy cleaned up. We're gonna.
What color? What do you think we should do?
Man,
I'm a fan of black.
What color
That's
should we
just
paint
me.
this thing?
yeah, really. What
Black,
color?
Black would look good.
Black is easy. I don't know.
Did,
What colors the car gonna be?
Did Plymouth ever paint their motors any certain colors? Like Pontiac always painted them like light blue, and Chevy was always orange and penny orange.
Yeah,
Or Cummins beige is another color.
Yeah, I want to say your Super
like
Commando, 440 stuff was like a teal green kind of color.
Let us know what y'all think in the comments below on what
Yeah.
color we should paint this thing. I don't know it. I'll have to think about it.
Yeah.
Little Texas flag right here on the side of that bad boy.
Dude, just make it
Blah.
Texas.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be cool. So the top of 12 valves, instead of just a big valve cover like on most engines, they have 6 valve covers. But you also can just make one big continuous thing down there.
exactly.
So we were trying to figure out some cool way to spruce up this engine and make it look good. We wanted to do billet valve covers, but they only had ones that went down the whole rail
Yeah, one solid
and
piece.
didn't look as 12 valve in my opinion.
Exactly.
But
The guys at King Speed are coming out with their first
Individual,
set and
yeah.
their individual, similar to the stock looking ones, but obviously much cooler. And we're gonna get the first set of them.
they're all billet.
So,
and,
yeah, all
man,
billet.
We'll
they're-
show y'all guys what those look like whenever they come out.
It's gonna look so
Yeah,
pretty.
it's gonna be so cool.
So good.
Very much so.
So you guys starting a YouTube channel or no?
We are.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy. When do you think your first video is gonna be out?
I think somewhere between assembling this motor, somewhere right around there. I'm thinking maybe a couple weeks.
Yeah, I would think 2 to 3 weeks probably will be there.
I've been telling them to start a YouTube channel for like
A long time.
2 years.
Yeah.
Years for sure.
Forever. It's like y'all do cool stuff.
We're
like,
not worthy.
we just want to see what you do. You know, like what is that? I want to see what y'all are doing to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
There Cummins going in that?
It's a Duramax.
It's
Bleh.
like a
Just kidding.
Come on.
No, that's gonna be sweet.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
It's a nasty
Yeah.
Duramax.
Ah, that's gonna be cool.
And it has lots of nice parts too. Maybe we'll have to. Maybe that's something. That's some content right there.
That is a lot of content. What are you talking about? That's the coolest thing ever. Do it.
yeah.
I know this guy. He started a YouTube channel and it turned out really well.
Yes.
I know 2 guys actually that have started YouTube channels.
Do you guys have a name yet, or are we waiting on that?
Look at this.
It's probably just
There, yeah. So there's one of the valve covers.
Lame.
And
That was body colored.
That's what you can do.
Yeah, that's true. Okay,
Yeah,
so
see-
that's what the stock 12 valves had. This is what you can do: is cover it all up to where you can still see the little and
Yeah,
and
so
it
this-
looks awesome.
Or just have 6 of these
Yes.
all the way down, yeah.
So the head that we
Dude.
got from Hamilton's.
Look how
also
pretty this
special-
paint is.
I don't know, one piece valve cover on.
Yeah, this thing's gonna do 2,000 horse with a single 98 millimeter, and it's going in a single cab short bed.
Can we just have this one?
We can definitely get one of those.
We'll blow up that one first.
Yeah.
What is that, like 4,000 foot-pounds of torque or something?
Big single, so it'll probably be
Jeez.
1,500 to 2,000 foot
Yeah,
pounds.
similar to the
okay.
horsepower number. It'll be similar to the torque number.
Can you drive an engine like this around town or no?
This guy's gonna drive this around
Yeah.
town.
Crazy.
He'll be around like 1,500 horse playing.
Yeah.
Have potential to
Turn it up. Hey, calm down. I can feel this. He's just getting excited over here.
My truck needs a new motor.
And there, the exhaust ports.
Yeah,
It's
look
been
at
hauled
that.
in
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, Drew Pumphrey over at DJ Machine. Those guys have done some. They've made some serious power.
Maybe we
actually,
need not
these guys
just
have
black.
the world's fastest
That
diesel
paint's
engine
awesome.
ever.
Really?
Yeah, they went right now. They went 390 in the 8. Yeah, so stock
Stroker
crank
diesel.
right now.
I didn't know you could make a stroker out of a diesel.
Fancy, right?
And it's got, you see the taillights on it?
You got to make the car not look bad now.
Well, you know what the problem is? There's no Muscle Rod Shop logo right here.
Oh yeah, I bet I'll put this engine over there, and you'll just start machining all my engine parts to say muscle rod on them,
I'm just gonna put stickers on it.
hiding them. Oh, this is sweet. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Like 12 valves aren't supposed to be pretty, but dang, look at this thing.
That's just insane, man.
Yeah, so pretty. Thanks, dude. It looks okay. It looks like it's gonna be kind of cool.
Yeah, I hope.
All right, I'm gonna link in the description below, and as soon as I get a YouTube channel together, I'll put that on there too.
Sweet, man.
Holden Bros Diesel, those guys are great. See you, dude. I will link them in the description below. They help me out with all the stuff on this thing that I don't understand, which is a lot. This truck's pretty crazy, as you guys know. Oh, it sounds so good. Ugh. We just came to the best store ever. Bunker Branding. I just park it wherever I want. I'm the boss. I can do what I want. Hey.
Have you ever watched this thing coming up the road? Someone else driving?
No. Does it look awesome?
Yeah.
I mean, it feels awesome.
It is.
It feels so good. We're so frantically working on Kentucky Ballistics. These are all blanks for Kentucky Ballistics shirt. Usually, my stuff is the majority of what we print in here, but then Kentucky Ballistics comes along and like has some accident, barely even a scratch, and he sells a lot of shirts. We appreciate the kinfolk being here. I was just thinking, that 5-ton looks pretty sweet outside. What if we do like an epic drone montage?